So, time for part 2 now of our Jagex experience on the main stage. Please, can we have the guys from RuneScape Chronicle? Hello, round of applause. Neil and Jim, if you want to take a seat on the couch.
There's a lot of people here.
There's a lot of people here. So, how has Insomnia been for you guys so far?
Fantastic.
Yeah? What is that? Some sort of explosion going off.
Hello?
Are you guys working?
Don't think we're on. We're not on yet.
Jim, you're on.
I'm on now. Hello.
I'll speak to you, Jim, until Neil's starts
Sorry,
working. So, Jim, you guys are next door as well?
We are, yes.
Yep. And I'm guessing so far plenty of people have had a chance to play.
Fantastic,
Chronicle.
yeah. Really, really good reception so far. Lots and lots of people playing, which is brilliant. We need all of your feedback. We want all of you to come play the game. It's really, really exciting to get it out to everybody.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And what's the feedback been like?
Really good, really good. We've got like a big version of the book ourselves, which you can come and sign, and we've had lots of cool people writing really nice things in the book for us. So if you get a chance, come and play, write us a message. Which is really,
I like that. I've not had a chance yet. I'll pop over.
Get it
sign
chronicled.
Sure.
Get it chronicled.
Yeah, definitely. And for those that don't know, who might not have had a chance to go next door and play on the game, would you want to explain what it's about exactly?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a brand new collectible card game from the RuneScape brand, from the RuneScape team. So everything from the RuneScape universe is going to be in there, all the levels, characters, places, monsters, all of those things. And it's a really kind of unique, interesting take, we think, on the CCG. So instead of the kind of traditional card battler that you guys would have seen before, instead what we do is we allow you to create little quests, little RPG experiences that you can set down your path and watch your characters play it out. So instead of using your cards to fight other characters, you're going to fight them yourself. So it's like a choose your own adventure style game where you collect up rewards, fight big monsters, defeat them, and also build up your character to be awesome and amazing.
Great, great. Neil, are you back in the room?
Hello.
He's.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
we can hear you.
Hey.
Right. So, Neil, the game was first announced at RuneFest last year.
Yeah.
Has the game come a long way since then?
It's come a massive way in the 6 months since RuneFest. I think for us, Jim and the guys have done an incredible job taking all of the lovely, unique elements of RuneScape and all of the environments and the characters, and have put a really good twist on a growing genre. Like games like Hearthstone, they've inspired the guys to kind of take that and put their own really weird and unique twist, and I think they've done a fantastic job. But if I compare how it looked 6 months ago to now, even I pop upstairs after 2 weeks and I'm like, Jim, it's changed again. And he's like, yeah, I know. We've thought of a cool thing to add. And but the build that we've got today is the first playable outside of the office that we've ever done, and people are really enjoying it.
Not really excited to see it. Really looking forward to it. So, what's the plan then? What are we going to do on the stage today?
So we've got two of our friends from the development team, Anne and Alex, who are fierce rivals in the office. So we brought them out to kind of settle things on stage in front of everybody here.
Good idea.
So, what we're going to do, hopefully do best of 3, but we'll see how we get on for time. But the guys are going to play 3 games and see who comes out on top.
Loser buys the beers.
Definitely. For everyone?
For everyone in the building.
Everyone.
Free beer. Hey!
Can't argue with that.
18 and over.
Yeah, 18 and over, sorry.
So, I'll tell you what then. How about Jim and Neil, you choose your preferred player?
Oh, well, as we're already set up this way,
All
I'll take Anne.
Is that all right? Then you can talk us through what they're doing. That'd be really
Go
exciting.
on, Alex.
So we're just signing in at the moment. I don't know if you guys can see now what's going on the screen yet. No, we'll get it up there so you can have a look. You're not missing much at the moment though. We're just signing in.
So the guys are getting themselves set up. They're going to log into the game, and the world of Chronicle is stored in a massive magical book. So everything within the game is stored within that book. All your characters, all your cards, all of the experiences you're going to store within that book. Hopefully we'll get it up on screen in a second. But the guys are just going to open that book and find out what they've got inside.
So Jim, I think it goes without saying that if you're a fan of of RuneScape, you're going to get a lot out of this game because the characters are already going to be quite familiar to people. It's obviously a different take on the RuneScape universe as well, which I think is exciting for people that have played the game for a long time. What if you're new to that universe? What if you're new to that world? It's still a very accessible game, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. So what we wanted to do, so if you weren't part of the RuneScape experience, if you haven't played the game before, what we hope we've created is a really unique, interesting collectible card game that you can get your teeth stuck into and hopefully enjoy all the cool characters and worlds that we create within that. We think it looks really different to what you've seen before, and hopefully will kind of really excite people that haven't played RuneScape before as well. Great
stuff. And so you mentioned already Hearthstone as well, Neil. Yeah. But what makes Chronicle stand out? How is it different to other card games that are out there at the moment?
Well, I think you would notice immediately, hopefully, when the game does load up. In terms of graphics, we've really kind of taken it to another level, certainly for CCG. So it looks beautiful. We really kind of captured the environments, and it's basically showing, not just your kind of traditional top-down card game. Like you've got all of the areas. It's on a table. You've got the candle lit, and I think the interesting part as well is this taking of a journey where you're not 1v1 immediately. You're creating this adventure, playing the right cards at the right time, all in the idea that after the 5th chapter, you're going to kind of have this epic battle against who you're fighting. So you need to make the right decisions at the right time. Do I spend my gold now, or do I save it for later?
Sure.
Do I level up my weapon, or do I try and defeat this monster later?
And all that comes down to the individual player, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really does depend on who you're playing. And again, there are different legends in the game, so you can actually select different characters that have different attributes. So say like Raptor, he's a very defensively orientated character versus someone like Linza or Ozan that are more attack orientated.
So this must be really exciting for fans of RuneScape because they're seeing all their favourite characters in a completely new setting, really, aren't they? A new way to experience the world of RuneScape.
Yeah, I mean, I think RuneScape is a huge game, massive MMO. We've been for 14 years now, and we know that the story that people are excited by, we're trying to take it into a different area. So, it's still set in the world of Gielinor, so all of those places that you may recognise from the game are all in the book.
It is looking really nice. I've not seen this one yet, actually, this map. It's looking glorious.
So this is part of the new set of maps that we've introduced into the game. So each kind of area within RuneScape we're going to recreate and bring into the book. So at the moment we've got the Caridian Desert, which kind of takes us through the Dominion Tower, places that hopefully the RuneScape fans will know. And this is the Mistland, which is kind of the greenery, the green fields, beautiful areas of the RuneScape overworld. And here we're taking you to the Wizard's Tower. So this huge tower grows out of the book, using the magic of the book to create these amazing landscapes that hopefully RuneScape fans will be familiar with.
So this is the beginning of the game where we've got to select the cards that have been automatically given to us and whether we want them. So there's different cards, so we're going to get rid of that one and maybe replace it with something else because it's a bit too high, too difficult to be getting early on. This one, you spend 2 gold, but it'll give you 8 health. So it's really probably a good one to keep, I would imagine. This is a bash. It's going to deal 3 damage to your rival, but you're going to lose also durability on your weapon. So again, this card is a great one to play against your foe at a really key point, maybe at the end of the battle, just as you're about to fight.
No, don't help him. Don't help him. So we've got 2 types of cards in the game, which you'll see on the screen. So we've got the red cards on the left-hand side. They're your combat cards. So one of the main differences with Chronicle to some of the other games you might see is you're going to play against your own cards. So like we said before, it's like a choose your own venture. You start to play these cards like you would in an RPG. You choose to fight that monster or you choose to fight that monster. This is the type of gameplay that we're kind of creating here. So putting the cards down and our characters are going to play against them. So at the bottom of the cards, you see these are different rewards you pick up as you go along. And then we spend those rewards on the blue cards on the right-hand side. So those have got like a little gold thing on the left, and that's how much each player needs to spend in order to unlock the abilities of those cards, whether that be effect on the text in the middle, or whether that's the reward at the bottom. So as you're going along, you're building your character up, you're taking down the other guy, and you've got your own little quests, your own little choose your own adventures as you go along.
How long does an average game tend to last, Jim?
So at the moment, we're playing it a little bit slowly. The guys are a bit slow. That's nothing against you guys. It's all right, it's fine. We're around about 3 to 6 minutes in those, depending. If you're a newer player, it takes a little bit longer, but some of these guys will be able to get through games a little bit quicker.
So it's a game designed for people just to pick up and play?
Exactly, yeah. So the game's going to be on PC and tablet, so we wanted to make sure that it was kind of deep enough for the PC players, but also quick enough for tablet players as well. So
yeah.
Hopefully try and capture both of those.
So you can see that we're playing through the round now. So it's in each, everyone has a turn each, and then you kind of move on. So we've just lost 5 health, but we've gained 3 armor and an extra hit damage. So you're kind of making the decision, is it worth losing some extra health early on to mean that I can attack harder? So taking out the troll chucker here, easy 1 hit, and then we've dealt 5 damage over there, so take that.
Take that.
So you'll notice that this is the Wizard's Tower, which is quite a well-known monument in RuneScape. So again, as we said earlier, players, if you've played RuneScape before, you're going to love this because you're going to be visiting those places that you've been playing in the MMO for such a long time. But it doesn't really matter if you've not played RuneScape before, you're still going to really enjoy this and pick it up.
It's gorgeous looking.
As the players,
it looks gorgeous.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
At the end of each round, the game kind of surmises what you've been up to. So we're writing like a little narrative as we go through the game. So people are kind of chronicling their adventure, and that's all dynamically generated based on what people have played in the preceding rounds. So as you go through, you're kind of writing this story of you and your opponent, which is really interesting.
Yeah, sure.
So the rounds are quite tight at the minute after the first one. I mean, Ant's lost 10 health, but he has gained some extra attack damage. Whilst Durando, he's again lost a little bit of health, but he's got 5 armor already, and he's already increased his min hit up to 3. So it's going to be interesting what they now play as we move on.
Well,
so we're on chapter 2 now.
We've got a couple of big hits coming up soon, so I think you might be in trouble, Alex.
I'm going to come and see how you guys are doing.
So Ant started off by just buffing his health up a little bit there, getting some more health back, and then he's going to go on to start dealing direct damage. So as you're going along, you're going to be encountering cards that you need to take down in order to send over different pieces of damage and special effects to hurt your opponent along the way.
So Durando's just played, cost him 2 gold, but what he's done is he's reduced the health of the next guy he's going to fight. So this Ice Nihal, which is quite a hard thing to hit, now has only got a lot of less health. So he's not going to be able to hit us. So we're going to be able to take it down a lot easier.
Nice.
And when it comes to the cards, are people able to build their own personal decks?
Absolutely, yeah. So at the moment, we just want to jump into the game, and so we're using the basic deck. So when you come into it, you get a nice, easy start into the game. But outside of what you see here is another 200 cards waiting.
200? Wow.
At the moment,
yeah.
Because we're only still in the alpha stages, but we'll be adding to that as we continue moving forward. But you'll be able to create your own decks. We've got many more characters coming to the game that you can associate your cards with, and create kind of your own take on things and take on players in your own special way.
And sort of further down the line, after the game's release, fans of the game, are they going to be introduced to new cards as well as time goes on?
Definitely, yeah. So we've kept quite a lot of stuff back. There's lots of really cool content within the RuneScape universe that we've been really excited to play around with and get into the game, but we're kind of holding it back so we can release that later on and have lots of new, cool, interesting cards to people to play with for many years to come.
Yeah.
Friend of Al-Kharid.
So
Now around chapter 3, we're not looking great, but we have got quite a lot of armor, so it'll be interesting to see if Ant tries to nuke our armor, but hopefully he's not got the cards to do so.
I don't know.
He's looking really coy, like he is going to do something.
Well, I don't want to give
I'm a
too
little
much
bit
away,
nervous.
He's feeling confident, I think.
So we've just destroyed our weapon, as we haven't got one. We actually just have gained 3 gold. So,
Every cloud.
every cloud.
You start to see the different kind of play styles in the characters there. So like Durando, is using the Raptor. The Raptor's big focus is on armor, so he's going to collect up lots of armor and start to use that against his opponent.
So he just picked up 8 health, so screw you.
So you can also see that we're trying to buff our weapon there, but Ant's made a terrible mistake in not picking one up or losing it too early. And has now wasted some amazing cards. So I think Alex should have the upper hand now.
And what platforms are we talking? You mentioned PC and tablet.
PC and tablet, yeah.
Right.
So PC and tablet for our main target market. So the main thing we're pushing forward now, as you can see, playing on PC, but we're going to make some changes to bring the game to tablet as well.
Right.
So we're into round 4 now. The game's capped out at 5 rounds at the moment. And what the players do is they want to take each other down before they get to that 5th round. Because at the 5th round, on the last slot, they're going to battle it out to the death.
Has anybody in our audience had a chance to play Chronicle next door?
If you have time later today and tomorrow, we're over in the Jaguar, right at the front as you come in, right next to our friends at Block and Load, so you can try both games. Really worthwhile having a go. Both really different, so you know, all of the craziness of Block and Load. This is a nice, kind of more casual, laid-back strategy for the, you know...
More considered play.
The thinking man.
Yes, of course. So where are we at now, then?
So we're gonna,
Ant's claiming that he's purposely losing, but we're not going to let him,
he's
let him
you
forget.
can't give him... Well, Ant's paying for free beer for everyone.
Hey! So for those that aren't familiar with the game, what are we looking at the top and the bottom menus here?
So up on screen at the moment, we've got Alex's stats are at the bottom. So on the left-hand side is his current attack power. He's managed to buff that up to 4 already. So every time he encounters a card or hits it hits the opponent, he's going to deal 4 damage each time. And he can buff that up with weapons on the left-hand side, so you can see. And he's currently got a base value of 2, but he's getting that buffed up a little bit more by his weapon. And his weapon will go down each time he uses it. So it's durability that he needs to think about as well. So lots of strategic options to consider as we go along.
Yeah, and a lot of thinking ahead as well, I think.
Definitely, yeah. So we really want to focus the game about being able to create combos and easy combos as quickly as possible. So that's why we have the game set out in the kind of 4 slots that we have. And you get to create those combos and you see them play out, which is kind of really satisfying.
Final chapter, and we are looking very strong. Just saying.
Come on.
And whereabouts in Gillinor are we now, Neil? What are we looking at on this map?
I think we're at the Grand Exchange, which is obviously a massively well-known area in RuneScape. So it's where all the trading in the MMO is. So this is the final round. You're going to work your way into the Grand Exchange for one last fight. So we've submitted our turn. I think Ant's struggling. He hasn't really got anything. Oh, here we go.
He might have a surprise up his sleeve. No, he doesn't.
He's got a couple of extra hits. We're taking out the zombie, and we've got even more armor now.
Yeah.
We're pretty well armored.
The music that we can hear in the game, are these going to be tunes that fans of RuneScape will
This
recognise?
could be it.
Yeah, definitely. So the kind of sound we've kind of taken as much as we can from the RuneScape universe, and part of that is the audio. All of these tracks were kind of remastered over the last few years for big launches for RuneScape, and we're able to kind of bring
Here we go.
game, which is amazing.
It's going off.
We're about to fight it off. This is going to be a bit one-sided.
Unfortunately, Ant has let the side down. And,
Here we go. Yeah.
It's all over.
Win for Raptor.
So the Raptors taking the win. After the game's completed, we get stored into the book. So each one of the quests that you take on gets stored into the book, and then we get to level up our characters and unlock brand new cards. So Alex has unlocked some cards. So at the moment, we've still got them as kind of placeholder graphics, but you see they're unlocking more and more powerful cards. Add those to your deck, get some new hands, and hopefully go into another game.
So I'm not sure if we've discussed this yet, but is the game free to play?
It will be, yeah. And I think we're going to be still, as you said, early on, but we're going to be looking for a launch by the end of the year. We'll definitely, probably be at the next Insomnia as well, further on, same as Block and Load. So, if you want to get involved and help with the game, You can follow us at RS Chronicle or go to the website rschronicle.com. Jim's got it on his back. But yeah, I mean, we really need your advice and assistance to make the game even better.
Okay, well there you go, that's a call to action. Get involved, help these guys out, make it the best game it can be.
I think we've got some stuff to throw at you.
Merch.
Merch. It's not beer, is it?
It might be beer.
What have we got?
We've got...
The crowd.
Here we go.
Jim.
I think the stress balls.
Stress balls, they're quite good. We've got some like retro swag. These are called bookmarks. Your mum and dad will know what these are. They were like before you had iPads. You put them in pages. And they go long. Oh!
Oh, panic!
Oh no! Watch the screens.
Watch the screens.
It's a pen. Watch your eyes.
Here's.
It's a pen.
I'm going to give these to somebody who's sensibly sitting down.
And a bag. We've got more swag at our stand. Carrier bags. Carrier bags.
There's one pen left.
Oh, there's a pen. Oh.
There we go. So there we have it.
Oh, hang on.
No.
Oh!
One last one. Ready? It's got a box.
Go long.
I'm going long. Over there.
Go long.
Nice.
Yes.
So can we get a round of applause for our guys from Jagex, please? For showing off the beautiful Chronicle.